Super Mario Maker 2 does nearly everything you'd want in a sequel to the 2015 instant classic Super Mario Maker for the Wii U. More power-ups, new tools, and new design styles are added up to this follow-up. With the new platform though, you get the added portability of the Switch that also means the whole parallel TV and tablet synchronization is gone. Playing all three releases of the Super Mario Maker series on Wii U, 3DS, and Nintendo Switch, this new sequel certainly feels like the definitive experience, but not without some trade-offs. Gone is the perfect tablet and TV system that was established with the Wii U. Despite the Wii U hardware not being the best hardware for most games, the way it integrated the tablet and TV play was perfect for quick level creation and demoing. Now on Nintendo Switch, you still have the tablet in your hand, but you don't have that snappy switch between tablet screen and TV display anymore. You're either creating in handheld mode or in dock mode, but not both, at least not without having to get up and walk over to the dock every time. In place of the Wii U combo system is the ability to use the Switch's capacitive screen while in handheld mode. It works fine after getting used to it, but I still miss the whole Wii U stylus system for the more precise placement of items. Sure, you can still use your fingers, but it's a slower experience. The capacitive screen is put to good use though, with the ability to pinch the zoom on the screen as you work on your level. When playing in dock mode, controls are switched over to the physical buttons on the controller that you're using. The analog sticks take the place of your stylus, and using the D-pad you're able to quickly select tools saved to the top, or swap over to the new dial system and pin new items to use. It took a bit to get adjusted to, but after about 10 minutes of creating, I was used to it and back to crafting some new levels. I understand being able to use the touchscreen to create in handheld mode, but it's a bit odd to be forced to use it when physical controls were just shown as a viable option as well. Playing in dock mode, you can also create in co-op mode, but in practice, it felt way too cumbersome to actually use. The space on screen is just way too cramped for two people to work together. It's more limiting than anything. Controller adjusting and nitpicks aside though, Super Mario Maker 2 is a beautiful follow-up to the original. The gameplay is once again split between making levels and playing them. Creating levels has been streamlined, getting rid of the whole weird time requirement that the Wii U entry had. Now everything is unlocked to you from the start, so those that just want to design levels can do so without any unlocking handicaps. Just like the first installment, you'll create your levels, clear it to make sure that you can, and then upload it online for others to play. Sadly, the online experience hasn't changed that much, so most likely you'll be sharing pictures of your codes on Twitter to share your levels online. It works, but sharing could have been simplified. What has seen a massive upgrade is all the amazing things you can do with levels. I'm not going to list all of them off just because that could be a video in itself, but the notable changes include vertical levels, slopes, and a brand new Super Mario 3D World theme. All the themes from the first entry are back, so those are Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, and New Super Mario Bros. U. You can still switch between those themes and have the gameplay adapt to each theme. The new Super Mario 3D World doesn't though, and that's because it plays fundamentally differently from all the other themes. It's absolutely fantastic. I love the design choices added to this theme. You can use the catsuit to climb up platforms, do leap jumps, and just about everything you could do in 3D World, but in 2D view. This isn't the thing I knew I wanted until I finally played it, and now it's possibly my favorite level type in Super Mario Maker 2. Designing levels is only half the fun though, and there's a lot of fun to be had with all these new tools at your disposal. Equally as enjoyable as creating these levels is being able to play a virtually endless collection of levels designed by people all around the world. An unexpected addition to the sequel is a story mode consisting of 100 levels designed by people at Nintendo, whether it's the development team or Nintendo Treehouse. The backdrop for the levels is that you're going around collecting coins and completing levels for money that then goes towards to building Peach's new castle. It's an oddly charming story whose writing had me chuckling throughout my time playing. Undodog is derpy and lovable, while Mr. Eraser is my guru to the path of righteousness. If Nintendo decided to make a whole RPG out of just the story mode, I'd totally be up for it. On top of the pre-installed 100 levels, you'll have all the internet's levels to play through with new ways to play them. You're still able to sort through the hottest new courses online, but also search has gotten an upgrade. Sadly, you can't just easily search someone's simplified username, instead you're looking up their user IDs or course IDs, but at least you can now categorize your levels. When you upload a level, you're asked to use tags like autoscroll or short and sweet to help people find certain types of levels. It's not the best way to categorize levels, but it's better than what we had before. Any level online is also available to download and leave comments on. It's really neat, it almost feels like a lost remaining piece of Miiverse. The small touches like your creator profiles are lovely additions. You can customize your Mii with outfits that you unlock, animations, and more. It's simply delightful. What's more of a mixed bag though is the online multiplayer. That's right, this is the first major online multiplayer traditional Mario game. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Multiplayer local co-op is as chaotic as it's always been in 2D Mario games. Taking that experience online is just weird though. At the moment you can only play online with strangers, although friend support is coming at some point in the future. That's not my major gripe though, that instead would be how the game throws multiple people into any online stage. Some of these levels are designed for single player use, and so suddenly throwing 4 players at once can just ruin the design at times. When it works, it's fun. When it doesn't, I just kinda wanna drop out and move on to the next level. There's a level tag for multiplayer versus, but not for multiplayer co-op, and it seems like a random misstep. Performance isn't always stellar either. I've had moments where online feels like one-to-one with just playing local co-op, and other times where the lag is so bad that Mario starts to feel heavy. Like a lot of Nintendo's most popular games, Super Mario Maker 2 falls into the theme of being an absolutely remarkable game that's then plagued by Nintendo's odd online choices. A lot of these things are simple fixes that Nintendo can make over time, some of which, like the online friend matches, will eventually get fixed. Other things like the multiplayer co-op tag may not. Much like the first entry, Super Mario Maker 2's visual design language transcends through different themes encompassing its levels. You'll get the lovely art from Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 3, World, and New Super Mario Bros. U. What really stands out is the new Super Mario 3D World theme. Despite being a game that was made for 3D platforming, now in 2D, it's just so extraordinary. I love the look and feel of Mario being in actual 3D here, but in 2D, whereas New Super Mario Bros. U just feels primarily 2D. This is absolutely what a modern 2D Mario game should look like, and so to finally get it and then be able to design our own levels with it is impressive. Much like the visual design taken from the older Mario games, the soundtrack from Mario Maker 2 is all taken from Mario's past adventures. What's a bit more surprising to see are the songs that aren't taken from the visuals featured in the gameplay. For example, you'll find the likes of Mario's GameCube and N64 past here, a pleasant surprise that feels like a celebration of the Mario series as a whole, both in 2D and in 3D. While it would have been great to hear more original tracks for Super Mario Maker 2, I can't disagree that the collection of classics here are outstanding. Super Mario Maker 2 is an absolutely great time on the Nintendo Switch. You'll have to make some small adjustments with the controls and the online being constrained with some Nintendo design choices, but they're easy sacrifices to make when the final package is this good. Level creation and playthroughs have never been this complex and entertaining to go through. Whether you're more into designing, playing, or just both, Super Mario Maker 2 is one gem well worth adding to your library.